Acre. Oh.
Hello, my beautiful gamers. Welcome back to History According to Doodle Empires, where today we're gonna see some crazy stuff happen. I'm hoping, that is. As you well know, we just randomized this stuff all the way. But quick recap for those not in the know, dare I say. Serendipity and Kushite, they've been battling over Central Africa for centuries. Western Way used to rule this whole part. They're the yellow here, but they've really fallen off in recent time. No one really cares about this region except Kurdistan, which is right here. Egypt is also here, but that's more here. India, yeah, there's a lot of blue going on over here. Not too much craziness out in Europe. No big wars or nothing like that. We have the endless collapse and rebirth of Somalia, which is currently in a very divided stage, and not any of them are really small. But that's enough of the recap. Let's get right into the fun here. So first up, Revento. Oh, before I start, as always, if you have names you'd like to see for countries or cities, comment them down below. I put them on the list, and you might just see your suggestion in the very next episode. So we're seeing a small migration. So I think we're going to have the Western Way kind of just try to eke their way back up north. It's happened before with Essicoria, RIP. That's what Spain is. They're Somal. Yeah, because they were descendants from Essicoria. Dashan here, hugging the coast. Like the little coast huggers they are. See, this doesn't go well for them. Hugging the coast is not a good thing. We're actually going to see both of the cities get destroyed here. Yeah, just go all the way over there. Maybe we'll get rid of their little land down there too. This is just total destruction for Dashan. A very ugly time in Dashanese history, and they were Serendipity, so that's a blow to the Serendipity cause. Urea, they're gonna do a large expand. Now let's see. So they are united. Maybe, I'll have them first off. They'll go back up north, kind of get this. They are going to have to retake placeholder. That is a must. But I think they are going to use some of their extra juice here to maybe eke out some new gains in Ethiopian hillsides. Saskatchewan down here in Madagascar decides to not do anything interesting. Revento, ooh, they're getting a new religion. I'll say Kushite. I think Kushite is a real force in the region. They've got momentum, is what I'm getting at. Ordros, they've got a union. I feel like it does have to be New Byzantine, though I am sad because that just got added in the last episode, but I think that's the one that makes the most sense. Millennia here, the great nation of Millennia, they freaking die. Ooh, not completely. Okay, they just barely survive. Dishon, let's see, they quickly go back into their recently lost land, and they kind of get some territory brought back. They even take Doom City. I don't remember if they used to have it, and I don't know if it's a take back, but they have it now. Swanu, another disaster. Holy, this is the age of calamities over here. I'll just be like, oh, maybe it's enough to take them out. Oh, yeah, they're gone. R.I.P. Neo-Ishanor, the beautiful country. Ooh, do they unite with Cephalidium or Plydextoria? I think, you know what? I might say Plydextoria. I feel like that might look cooler on the map. Plus, Ishanor was more in Egypt, I believe. Sealand, we're gonna... Oh, another disaster. This is just the age of disasters. I'm gonna need to come up with a cool title for this. End of apocalypse. I don't know. End of time. Sixth land. Large migration. Actually, let's see them leave the coast. They leave Carapolis, the old capital, and they just go completely into the Ethiopian hills, and they just live it up out there. Circassia, they're gonna get a large expand. They are a peaceful bunch though, which doesn't bode well for expansion. But you know, they've just got to break through Ruthenia there, and then yeah, they can kind of just noodle their way along the rivers. Bo, large migration. Let's see them walk their way into France, I suppose. Just go all the way up here. Europe's really hard because it's actually not big in the slightest. And so it makes it a little awkward going through all this stuff, you know, compared to the rest of the world. But Poland, oh, that got me. Poland, they have a union. I guess the Northers. Yeah, that looks right, I would say. Basak, kind of Jean, but not really, because Jean's down here now, but they have the old city of Jean. They're going to have a small migration. And let's see them leave. Maybe they don't care about Arabia as much, because these old cities are ripe for the taking. Like, they even go all the way up to Conehild. Let's see. I don't think they have enough to take Carapolis. They don't. So I'm just going to do that. Suva down here. Large migration. Maybe they follow the route that this other one took. I don't remember the name. Sorry, my brain is only so big. Revento. There we go. Suva once again. They're gonna large migrate again. Oh, they might just be kicking out Revento. They're just following them all the way north. They heard what they were doing, and they're like, actually, that's gonna be us, and then just completely overran them. And now we have this. What do I call this? Western Way is coming for Iberia. Kurdistan, the mighty nation, goes coastal. Maybe I could have had them take Gurton back, but you know what? They didn't. It's too late now. Bo gets another migration. They're just gonna keep leaving Iberia, and they're just gonna further cement themselves in the more core part of Europe. The Grand Horde here, right in the center of India. They're gonna spread their faith. How peaceful in a way. They're coastal. They're all coastal. Maybe except this one. Maybe Castania or Celatoria. You know what? They spread coastal to Celatoria. Castania, I kind of like being a unique religious group. Galscaria here, just in the middle of South Africa. They have a small migration. Maybe they'll back off from Kurdistan. They're scared. Kurdistan's aura, too powerful. That's the canonical lore reason. Bo, out here in France. Oh, Bo settles. They rock up on France, and they're like, nah, this is it. This is the place. Primitivia, small expand. Let's see him. There's, okay, Serendipity. Serendipity's got a real shot here of just taking over the whole of Congo, more or less. The Desparians spread their faith, though it is just Kushite. But they're still gonna spread it to Jean. Jean has now betrayed Jainism. Sad day. Bunghole, Lian. They get a large expand. Maybe they can go into the region that was just left vacuous by that awful disaster. Jean, they're gonna adopt a faith. They immediately switch back. They're like, wait a minute, we're not named Kush. Ruthenia here in Carpathia, they're actually gonna split, and that lets us see our very first name for the day, which is gonna be Dacia. This was an old one that I kept waiting for this moment to use, this very moment, quite honestly, because this is Dacia. In here, maybe it's a bit more Transylvania. I don't know. You correct me in the comments. Mongolia out here, they've got a empire to build, and they've got no foes for hundreds and maybe thousands of miles. I don't know how the distance works here. Corvusalia, they settle. Okay, we got some big settles going on. Rolanio, small expand. Let's see them keep on just punching their way, building the grandest empire. I think they were at war with Circassia, if I remember. Serenia, the main force behind Serendipity. They have settled, truly cementing their empire. Bithynia, here in the middle of what do we call this region? Lotharingia, I believe, something like that. They are splitting, and we will use the lovely name of New Zealand. All right. I guess we're calling it New Zealand. I mean, Zealand is in here, so maybe we should call it Old Zealand. But you know that wasn't the suggestion. That's not my move to make. We'll give them Zealand though. I think that makes it funny, in a way. Deshaun down here, medium expand. Do they just take all their old? That's kind of boring. I'm gonna be so for real. We wanted some interesting, you know, like other people fill the vacuum, but whatever. It's not up to me. Grantward splits. Okay. Era threat. That's neat. Era threat. And we'll see. Yeah, a nice little cloudy blue, and they can take that. Nice, beautiful blob. Jipth the Almighty doesn't do anything, which is better than, you know, splitting or disaster. The Chuds of Pakistan. What do? They have a small migration. Maybe they'll be able to venture further out from Myanus. Sorry, I mean Mianas. Silesia. Oh, they get another disaster. Okay. I don't even know if that was them. We're just things are disastering. Cephalidium. They build a mighty fort. Let's have it be out here. And oh, you know, I shouldn't call it Cephalidium. We have some town name suggestions. And Amaralia, right here in the middle of Greece. Tricerodon. They split. Okay, now we're getting to some crazy splits. And we're going to see Dagestan. Let's make him a bloody, scab-ish red. Kind of brown and burgundy, I should say. Deshaun. Okay, they split anyway, so it was all for nothing. And that makes me sad. But we do meet the new friend of Coralithia. And let's maybe nudge the color a little. Get some more uniqueness going on out here. Maybe they can take Doom City, yeah. So the real north that survived has turned into Coralithia. Cephalidium, going again. Let's see they leave there, maybe. And they can go back to their original home in Italy. And maybe even, yeah, go down, take back Tripoli, even. Heck yeah. Cephalidium doing well this episode. Saskatchewan, they're going to do a small migration thingy. And I guess, you know, fill out a little bit. Bajler, Elato. Oh, these two, they don't do that, actually. I decide they don't. And we're going to roll them again. And they're going to small expand. So I guess, yeah, they're just like, what's the term? They're encircled. Not landlocked, country locked, dare I say. Charcon builds a mighty fort. They're going to make the mighty city of Cyclot. There we go. Primitivia, out here in Prim, they're going to split. Okay, we're just seeing split after split. Caldruskion. And you know, let's just make him gold. Why not? Give him this heart right here. I don't want to give him Prim. That would seem rude. Nariak, this salmon kind of thing right in the middle. Nariakite. That will be their religion. Let's get the color right. It's more red. It's more red. Yeah. Yeah. Nariakite. Just right in the heart. Teorum. Right here, medium expand. You know, I think we'll see him take Serenia. Why don't we? That's a big move. The home of serendipity. Let's scare it. The first people to the Americas. Let's see if they can continue their migrations in there. Yeah, leave Greenland a little bit. They're just living it up in Newfoundland, I guess. Bungolian, medium expand. Maybe they can make it to the coast there. Yeah, beautiful. This is a real chunky empire right there. Millennia. Let's see. They barely survived, and I guess Nariakite is gone. That was so cool. Thank you guys, Bethania. Thank you, game. I should say. You guys had nothing to do with it. I should be fair and nice and amicable. Revento. They're adopting a faith, though. I guess screw it. Western Way's dead. Wait, why didn't it change colors? Oh, they were this 1 pixel. Oh, because this is... Oh, my goodness. This is Suva, not Revento. Oops. Cephalidium. Small migration. Where are they going to leave? Maybe they keep leaving. Sort of the heart of the Balkans here. Maybe they leave Illyria a little bit. Take these islands. I know what they're called. I promise. But I don't need to prove it. Mongolia. Large expand. Yeah, just keep on eating up these rivers. And they're honestly going crazy. They're at Empire territory for sure. They don't look as strong as some of the others, I would say, but they're definitely... I'd feel fine calling them an empire. Solitoria, the Conqueror, small expand. Well, if they are a conqueror, we're gonna see some conquering. They basically own that river now. Jean, medium migration. We'll see them do something. Maybe they go along the coast. They almost took Karapolis. That would have been cool. Mirorians, small expand. Let's see them go further into Sweden, maybe a bit into Finland. Suva, probably gonna leave. Oh, oops, that looks rough. Whatever. That's what it looks like, I guess. And they're gonna punch whoever this is, Bourbon, out of Morocco entirely. Silesia down here in the south. Large migration, and they're gonna take Hunter Eye. Ooh, now they've kind of switched spots. Things are going down in Madagascar. There's a square dance, getting a jig. Feh, large expand. They can finally put this rebellion down that happened. However many episodes again. I think only a couple, in all fairness. But the Hopesayers do still own the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, so who's winning? Tricerodon, small migration. Yeah, maybe they back off from the 2 other red countries, and they can further in this valley. I don't know if it's a valley necessarily. I'm not up to date on my Indian geography. If you'll forget, oh my goodness, a final disaster to end out the episode, maybe. Serenia destroyed. Serendipity heartbroken. How will they recover? How does this impact the theology of serendipity? I don't know. I honestly don't know. Serendipity dead. The world awaits. Now, for our end of episode recap. Yeah, things are looking pretty good for the blue religions. Ghostal, It's about the same. Lumerism. Again, they did lose France. They did lose France to Somal. That's a big one. Western Way is still around and kicking, but now they kind of went north. I don't know. Maybe they had their maps rotated so they could still call it going west. I don't know. Whatever their justification is. Serendipity and Kushite. Serendipity had that disaster in the beginning. That was pretty rough. And I guess they did, at the very end there, lose their sort of holy city, as it were. So maybe things aren't too great for them. But they did settle, and overall they bounced back from the disaster. So I think they're fine. The Kushites, they're still there. Nothing crazy really happened with them. Still nothing from Neocaria. Big sad. I'll say that much. That's for certain. That's for sure certain. Origins, just for the fun of it. The Neocarians, still there. Jean, also still where they were. Jean did have a good, or I guess not Jean. Who's this? Base Stack. They had a pretty good showing this go around. Beja, they're the same as always. I guess Ordros down here, representing all of humanity. They expanded quite a bit. So go them. Other than that, I think that's really it. One other question for you fine folks at home. What other games would you love to see me play on this wonderful Variety Hour channel of mine? I'd be much curious to know and act upon them. Anyways, that is all for today. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day.